Did you catch that detail in that story? That at the last moment the apostles were ever going to see Jesus, at the very last moment, when they had spent years literally with him, had been with him for everything, for his teachings, for his miracles, for his crucifixion and his resurrection, they'd been there for it all. And on the last day, after all of that, it says that they doubted a little bit. After all of that, they worshiped, they believed, but they doubted. You know how sometimes people will say, I just want some proof. I just wish God would give me some proof and then I could believe. They're showing us tonight they had all the proof in the world. They had more proof than any of us could ever hope for. They had seen it with their own eyes. So what if proof is not what relieves doubt? Doubt is a part of life. We all have it sometimes. So we have to learn to work with it. We have to factor it in. Not all of us have it to the same degree. Some people deal with chronic doubt, but not everybody. Maybe it's a little bit like jealousy. All of us know what it's like to feel jealous, but not all of us are jealous people. But some of us are. Some of us deal with a pattern of jealousy that really cripples us, and other people just have it come from time to time. Doubt is like that. Everybody deals with it. Some of us actually have a chronic issue with it. And if that's troubling you, your relationship with doubt, you can know that the scriptures tell us tonight the apostles dealt with it too. I heard that a man who became a writer said that it was his writing that helped him deal with his doubt. He said because he wanted to write a great novel. And so part of getting ready to write a great novel was to be searching everywhere for plots, looking for plot lines. He said after a while of doing that, he started to suspect that his own life had a plot. And then he realized maybe all of life has a plot. And that helped him with his doubt. My life, your life has a plot. And all of life has a plot. That's faith. Realizing that we're part of something big. What we're part of is not some small story. We're part of a huge story. And there's a plot to the story. And it's a page turner. It is a page turner of a story. And we're all in the middle of a cliffhanger right now. So we need to stick with the story. On the day of this gospel, the apostles needed to stick with the story. And that's what we need to do too. I recently read that 2/3 of all life on the earth is underwater. 2/3 of everything that's alive is in the ocean, under the sea. And unbelievably, because of how big the ocean is and because of how deep it is, 1/3 of that life no human has ever seen. Isn't that mind-blowing? No human has seen 1/3 of the biggest amount of life on earth. That's how big this story is. That's how big the plot we are a part of is. Think of how many characters are in this story. How many strands of this plot there are. That helps us to know that it's impossible for us to see it all. How could we? It's way too big. But that doesn't mean we can't trust it. So when we hear in the gospel that they worshiped him, but they doubted, we need to show some respect for them. That they were there, even though they doubted. Just like you're here, even though maybe not all of it makes sense to you. It's important to know that if we had the proof that even they had, it wouldn't take away our doubt. That doubt is part of the story, and we have to factor it in. They saw it all, and they still doubted. a lot of us are always asking for signs. I just need a sign. If only I could have a sign. But do they really satisfy us? If we pay attention, we may find that our signs are kind of like potato chips. You have one, and then you really need to have another. And we're not happy till we finish the whole bag. But the apostles had the whole bag, and they still wanted more. It's impossible to prove to someone that you love them. I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship with someone who's insecure, but it can be a very difficult thing, to prove that you love them. No amount of proof is ever enough. How would you ever prove to someone, no, I really love you, no, you don't, you just want something from me, or you'll get tired of me, or when someone better comes along, you're gonna leave me? How do you prove to someone like that love is real? So this is where we realize that the thing that's going to help us is not proof, it's faith. What we need in a relationship is faith that our partner means what they say. And what we need in our life is faith that we're part of something big. There's a saying that faith can make many miracles, but not many miracles make faith. Because if we got a miracle, it would be like a potato chip. We'd want another one, and then another one, and then more proof, and then more proof. Because proof, it turns out, is not really what solves doubt. Faith is what is needed for doubt. When we came to church tonight, we did the same thing we always do. We start off in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. What an amazing thing to do when you think about it. We're reminding ourselves that we're part of something so big. We're saying we're part of this whole universal, more than worldwide faith, universal-wide faith, bigger than the universe. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit aren't just in charge of our country or of the planet. They're in charge of everything. They made the whole thing. So when we're saying in the name of, we're saying I'm part of that. In antiquity, when you declared something in the name of something, in the name of King Charles, you were speaking as a part of something bigger than yourself. And that's what we're doing when we come here. We do all of this in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. You can't be part of something bigger than that. So this week, it's good for us to think about whatever's been coming up in our minds tonight as we've talked about this. How does doubt affect you? All of us have it, but some of us are afflicted with it. Some of us deal with jealousy more than others, and some of us deal with doubt more than others. Are you somebody who's always looking for proof? If I could just have proof, if only I had a sign. Can you see that if a sign is what you don't really want, it'll never satisfy you? That you can never get enough of what you don't really want? Maybe it's not a sign. When you hear this talk about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, can you feel that you're a part of that? That you're a part of something so big? Do you sense that there's a plot to all of this? And that it was written by the master author? Life is a gift. We didn't create ourselves. We couldn't choose to come here if we wanted to. It was a gift given to us. And we're living it in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. That's something big. So let's bring our faith to this cliffhanger. Because it's not just our life that has a plot. It's this whole operation.